This is my first video. We will be talking about how a student can earn $20, $22 an hour. Get out, you don't have to do jobs in a grocery store, you get minimum wage. Hello. So this is my first video. We will be talking about how a student can earn $20, $22 an hour while everyone is working 15 to 16 or sometimes minimum wage $14 an hour. So let's go and talk about how can you earn $22 on student visa. Well, hello. So we were talking about how a student can earn $20 per hour, right? Like when you come to Canada on student visa, you are allowed to work only 20 hours per week. Now what happens when you work 20 hours per week, now that's per week, 20 hours. Now most of the part-time jobs are available only for $14 an hour, which is $14.25, which is like basic minimum wage in Ontario. Now, here's a trick. When I came here as a student, I didn't work on a minimum wage. I earned $20 per hour. Now, how can you do that? Let's do it. Now, there are two things when you land to Canada. One is a certification which is required if you work in an industry or if you work for an organization where you have to serve alcohol. That's called as Smart Serve certification. And the second thing is driving license. These two things are very important when you land to Canada. Now, we will do a different video on driving license. Today, we are talking about how to get Smart Serve so that you can earn $20 an hour on a student visa. Smart Serve link is there in the video down or somewhere on the screen. Now you go on this website and see how can you go through the certification process. There is some material they will give you to prepare yourself. There is a cost which is not much, $39 I think I paid 2 years back. And the preparation is not that, it's a very common sense questions, but there are a few technical questions which you need to go through. So they have a PDF file for like 15-20 pages. Go through that, you get 2 attempts and it's easy, you can do it. So after you get the examination and you pass, you get the Smart Serve PDF file right away. But then you get a card which states Smart Serve certification on your mail address, which takes like 15 days. Now once you get that certification, you are allowed to work any organization, for example, in the bars, in the restaurant. Now, what I am talking about here is that you can work for marketing companies. There are basically 2 marketing companies which I have worked with. One is Ember Events, the other one is Brand Momentum. Now again, these 2 websites I have put down in the video details, so you can go through that website and see how do they work, right? It was pretty easy to work for them. So the whole idea is that Canada is also known for great market production for beers, right? There are local beers in the market. So these 2 marketing companies, what they do is they need people to market beer. For example, Muskoka is very famous beer in Canada, especially in Ontario, because there's a region in Ontario by the name Muskoka. So they need people to do the marketing for that particular beer, right? It's new in the market. So they find students especially, they give you samples. You go to the LCBO. Now LCBO is a liquor store in Ontario, right? So you go to these LCBOs with those samples of beer. They give you a banner, you put the desk, you prepare yourself, you put all the beers. People walking in those LCBO and beer store, they will say, oh, okay, there's a new beer in the market. I want to try it. So there's a trend in Canada that you go to these beer stores in LCBO, they give you small amount, let's say 5 ounces, or 5 is too much, let's say 2 ounces, just to sample the beer, just to taste. We call it tasting in Asia or in Middle East. So they give you beer to taste, they like it, you sell them. You don't get commission, of course, but you get paid hourly, which is a very good rate. So you stay there for minimum 4 to 5 hours. Every hour you get paid $20. You make $100 in a day, which you won't make if you do a minimum wage job in all these stores. Okay, short video about all this. It's a detailed information mentioned on the video. You guys can go through and see how it goes. Easy way out. Don't have to do jobs in a grocery store. You get minimum wage. Now, we all good? Thank you for watching this, my first video. I hope the information is quite relevant for people coming here on study. Next video, I'm gonna do something very interesting. Since I've come here, people ask me, how did you end up in Canada on student visa? Because I was graduated long time back, 2011, right? And then there was a gap of 7 to 8 years because I was working. You can come to Canada even if you have 6+ years of gap in between since your last study, and you can come here again on study. There are agents back home, people are talking nonsense, baseless, you can still come. Okay, so next video is about how can you come to Canada on study visa if you have a 6+ years of gap or since your last study. Don't forget to subscribe and like this channel. Goodbye.